Hey everybody, welcome back to the stream. Hope you're all having a good afternoon. Welcome J-Wins. Maybe a coincidence, probably. Hey Exec. Welcome. Everybody else who is over on the YouTube side. Alright guys, so today we're gonna do something a little bit different. Some people were asking me specifically if I could showcase the difference in power level between gray, green, blue, purple, legendary. So with that in mind, I am going to do a little bit of showcase here today on stream. And we're going to do Rogue because, well, it's Rogue. And we'll showcase what it looks like, between having the different types of gear as far as, damage and, just whatever. Am I expecting to not die this stream? Definitely not. Pretty clear that we're going to take some deaths, of course. But I think it'll be interesting, nevertheless. Right, let me just finish doing my little brief setup. Almost done. Hey, Rain, welcome. Okay, so originally I was gonna do only greens. So I have this nice little, I prepared myself. So I have my green kit, which is Valor Fervor, because I think that probably gives us the most value. Then we have our blue rogue kit, which is Valor, Fervor, Stoic, and Elusive. Then we have our purple kit, which is Fervor, Valor, Aegis, Stoic, and then Elusive Vitality. Then we have our legendary kit, which is going to be Fervor, Aegis, Valor, Vitality, Stoic, Elusive, and then I added Fervid to the kit as well. It seems like when you start to go into legendaries, it gets a little bit difficult to build specific affixes. So for example, I thought about running something other than Fervid, but the market, it just doesn't have certain gear in stock. Like, it just doesn't exist. So no matter what I do, even if I spent, 7K for a piece of gear, it does, like, it's not even an option. It just does not, it's not there. So we had to kind of make do with what we could build. Because I thought about putting on Ethereal or maybe Resilience on the kit, but it just really didn't seem to be working out, unfortunately, because unlucky, legendary gear is not auto stock, so it's very hard to buy that gear. That's why I usually only run up to purples, not legendary. But I digress. So what I'm gonna do for today's stream is I added this last minute, by the way. We're gonna start with a combat bag first, because I want to take every single kit to the training ground, so you can see the damage done to the NPC. That way, you kind of get an idea of the difference in damage you're gonna have between each kit. Now, a big part of the damage is gonna be from affixes as well. And that's part of why I decided to go for straight Valor and Fervor on my green kit, so we're not losing too much early damage. And then basically, as we pump up our rarity, our survivability and mobility is really what's increasing. But, we'll, of course, also have the damage increase from the baseline of, just the stats of the gear. So, it'll be a little bit of both. Some attack, because of the rings, the boots. But yeah, as far as the affixes go, I think it's smart to start with double damage. That's just kind of what I was thinking. So, first things first, we're gonna test out the combat bag. We're not gonna be on combat grays very long. I would say maybe, I don't know. It's not gonna be long. Because this is more of a green gear plus showcase. But I do think it's interesting to at least look at what the damage is like. Now, you can't buy gray gear in this game, so we're going to have to make do with what we have. So I'm going to utilize I think I'm going to utilize the gray sword one. So the PvE dagger, I think. This way specifically, at least only the chest is green, so we're not like, we're not dipping into the green territory of our gear. So I am going to use the PvE dagger one and then just use the swords for the start of this. Okay, so we have this equipped now. So first things first, I'm going to go into the training ground. And I want to show you what the damage looks like from completely new player you know, you just got into the game, you're using a combat bag, what you can kind of expect as far as your damage goes. Hey Prism, welcome. Hey Dazoob. Hey Mr. Quiver. Hey NB Sack Cypher. You can buy from shop. No. Oh, you know what? You can buy from shop. I kind of forgot about that, to be honest with you. Yeah, I guess you're right. I can technically buy from shop. Well, I mean, the combat bag, I feel like, kind of does it for us. I mean, I guess we could buy the gray. Yeah, you know what? We could... Here, well, no, because we can't swap it, I don't think. How does that work? Actually, yeah, I am curious. Hold up a second. I'll double check. Because just for the purpose of damage numbers, it would kind of be nice if we had full gray. I wouldn't usually care, because who cares, but... Yeah, we can do that just for the purpose of testing. That's fine. Oh, we can't do it. Oh, right. You can't modify combat bags. Yeah, nobody's gonna be buying grays, so I'm just not gonna... Yeah, let's just not worry about it. It doesn't matter. No one's gonna be buying grays. At worst, they'll be using combat bags, so we'll just kind of go from there. It's fine. It's really not a big deal. Well, this isn't a typical 0 to hero. This is more of a showcase of all of the different types of gear rarities. Hey, thank you, Lee Exotic, for the subscription. I appreciate that very much. Also, you'll get to see my brand new sub badges that was just added last night from one of my viewers, Smooth. So let me know if you like them. Yeah, they just got added, so no one's really seen them yet. Okay, so this is what gray gear looks like. So 176 damage and 5 hits. We're doing, looks like 79 damage headshots. Oh, wait, we have the damage stacks going. Hold up, let me drop those. Okay, so in gray gear, we do 56 damage to the head total. Oh, you know what? Hold up. Here, let me redo that. Because the damage stacks as well, right? So... Whoa. Okay, so 56 in the head. 45, 20, 21. Okay, so we have like a general idea of what our damage is looking like. So it seems to be roughly between like the 30 and 80 damage numbers, somewhere in that range. Why does Gray do so much damage? Hi, Lich! Welcome. Hey, Benzo. Thank you for the sub. I appreciate it, man. Thank you. Yeah, again, let me know if you like the new sub badges that have been added. I do have different colors based on how long you've been subbed for. I only have 4 colors right now. So, they're kind of spread out, but yeah, if you like them, just, let me know. Okay, well, that's enough damage checking for now. I do think that's... Yeah, I would say we kind of need the... I think we need the, I think we almost need the damage, the Excel sheet for this one, don't we? I almost wish I almost want to check my damage without the talent. Which one is it called? The Battle Frenzy? I feel like that's messing up my damage numbers a bit. My mic volume versus sound of the sword is off. The game sound is loud. Oh, really? I don't think anyone's said that at all. Is it my FX volume maybe? I didn't realize it was loud. Well, anyway, I think that's enough testing for Gray Gear. We have a general idea of what the damage looks like, so that's good enough. Alright, let's go ahead and go into a game, and we'll just, we'll run a few and just see kind of what we can do in Grays. Now, of course, we can't go to Chaos in Grays, because there is a hard limit. Like, we're not allowed to. So here's kind of what I'm thinking for the challenge. In grays and greens, I'm gonna go with only probably 2 wine. For blue, I'm gonna go with 4. And then I think once you hit purple and above, you should always be running 8 wine, personally. So that's kind of the idea that I'm going for, 2, 4, and then you go for max when you get to like the geared spots. So we'll start out in grays, so we'll use the free moral tonic. Not that it really matters because we're in grays, but you know. And we'll just grab Valor and Fervid for, or I'm sorry, Valor and Fervor for damage. I have 700k because I win most of my PvP and I play a lot. Yeah, so we're not allowed to go into chaos mode because yeah, it's green minimum. So our gray gear is gonna have to be normal matches, but that's fine. I still want to show off what the damage looks like from a gray rogue perspective. Crowstorm is only better for new players and average players when you're fighting them. If you're fighting good players, Crowstorm, I believe, is worse. Yeah, the teleportation is a lot better. No, I'm not scared at all for this game. I personally think this game can do very well. Affix is in gray because it's a combat bag. Combat bag starts with one chest piece that's gray. Or one chest piece that's green, I mean. I haven't played normals in a really long while. You know, for gray gear, those AI die pretty fast. That wasn't too long of a kill. You know what I want to test? How long it takes me to kill a berserker. I think that'll be a pretty good test for like PvE damage, I feel like. Blue gear code. If you use the challenge command, you'll see all the gear codes that I plan to run today. Although, wait, I just thought of something. Yeah, I'm not going to show the legendary code because I don't want it to be out of stock by the time I get to it. Let's see what we can do in grays. All right, that's our first kill in full gray rogue. And we killed full green already. So we already wanted a gear deficit. Now, if I was doing a gear up challenge, I would start grabbing people's greens and wearing them. However, this is not a like profit. This is not a for profit challenge. This is more so just so we can get a feel for each type of gear. So I'm not going to wear people's better gear. I'm going to maintain my own kit. So our our power level doesn't look different for different, you know, types of gear. Just an FYI. Yeah, we're not going for upgrades or anything in game. This is, again, this is more of a gear showcase, so you can see what the classes can do in lower tier gear. Yeah, we've already wanted a gear deficit, so that's a pretty good sign for sure. I think gray versus green is a pretty big gear gap too, because that's like, you're basically going from 0 affixes all the way up to, you know, 0 affix all the way up to, you know, a full one. At least 2 full affixes total, you know. Right, let's see how long it takes to kill the Berserker with Graze. Alright, you can see the damage. It does take a while. I'm gonna be wailing this for a minute. I mean, I can kill it, but it's... Okay, so I don't know how long that took exactly, but that is what it takes for a full gray rogue to beat the
barrier
mini
has
boss.
been lifted. Your pace, Mistfall.
Okay, that is our second kill. Somewhat even gear. Yeah, even in Grays, Rogue's damage is pretty high, I would say. I feel like people are still dropping pretty fast overall. Well, I think this is a pretty good first game showcase. We killed the Berserker. We killed 2 players. I mean, I feel like as far as the gray gear goes, I feel like we've already kind of showcased like exactly what this looks like. Yeah, we can probably go, because as soon as we go to greens, we're going straight to chaos mode. So we'll probably go to greens, like maybe even after this game. I think I basically showed exactly what I wanted to show for our first game. So yeah, after this, we'll vendor our gear, and I will show you guys what the green gear looks like. And we'll play on greens for a while. Because again, this was more of a green to legendary, but I did want to at least showcase what it looks like from a gray combat bag perspective as well. A little bit of both. Boss. I mean, there's no point, man. There's no point. The boss has an enrage timer. If we even try to do it, we're just gonna run out of time and die. I mean, we can do it, I guess. It's gonna be really rough, though. I mean, we could try, but there's no way I'm killing it. We could try, I guess, but it's gonna be rough. Oh, we can't do it. Someone's in boss. Yeah, we can't do it. We can kill the guy who does boss. Yeah, so if you take too long to fight a boss, the enrage timer activates, and it basically will kill you. It'll kill you very quickly after that. An infinite content glitch on Discord? Oh god. Alright, I'll take a look. Battle Pass reset so we can get Celestial without trios. Oh, nice. That's cool. Just gonna wait. I want to get as much PvP as I can because I'm not gonna stay on Grey Gear for long, so I want to at least, you know, get as many fights as while I'm here. My talents, it's exactly the same as the Rogue video that I just posted this morning, Bitter. Yeah, I'm running the same exact skills and talents. The only thing different is the gear, just for the sake of the stream. Man, imagine getting exit camped in normals by a rogue. Imagine that. Unlucky for this guy that I'm doing this. Unlucky. Honestly, I would have went to Chaos and Grays if I could, although I would have got my ass kicked for sure, but I would have tried it if I was allowed to. They probably don't. I don't blame them for not letting people do it, because Grey Gear really is not supposed to be fighting High Gear. It's just, the game is not balanced for it, so... That's a dead end. That's a dead end, isn't it? I missed that. Okay, and that is what Grey Rogue looks like against full blue purple. There you go. That was an excellent showcase of what Grey Rogue looks like, I think. So that is, I guess we're gonna go ahead and get out of this game. Yeah, I'm glad we stayed and fought him. That's a very good showcase for that, for sure. All right, now we'll go to full greens.
Quickly, follow those butterflies through our woodling frame.
Hey, Blifford. Welcome, welcome. Kind of crazy that I left this game in full blue-purple inventory. That is kind of nuts. Alright, well, that could not have gone any better. I mean, that pretty much showcased everything that I was hoping it would. That's nice. Alright. Now we'll go ahead and show off the, green gear. And again, we'll stay on green gear for longer. I don't want to be on gray for too long, just, I don't want to, like, wreak havoc in normals. I didn't have a choice. You have to play normals and grays, so... Yeah, we'll do the full green now. Okay, so that was grays. So our full green kit is going to be Valor Fervor. Reminder, if you use the challenge command on Twitch, it will give you a link to the build affixes, and I'll go ahead and post it in the YouTube chat as well, so that way you guys can see the green code if you like. So for those of you that are on the YouTube side, this is currently the green gear. This is what I feel like if you're going greens, you just need the damage because you have low stats total. So I just went for just full. I think both of these are very, very strong. And since I said I was going to use the free wine for green gear, it puts us at exactly 5 and 5, which is, you know, basically just enough. So let me organize my inventory a little bit here. Okay, so for greens, I'm going to just assume that I'm going to assume if you're running greens, you're probably pretty broke. So I'm going to use the free spellbound keys. We're going to use the free, not free, but I'm going to use the, normal gray pots. Since it's safe to assume if you're running green gear, you do not have enough money to buy green pots. So we'll run the normal grays. And I do think you should, I mean, throwing knives are pretty cheap. They're only 14 apiece. So, yeah, we'll run those as well. We'll run healing pots. We'll run throwing knives, and then we'll run these spellbound keys for this kit. And then I guess we could just throw out some fire jars or something, just extra. And as far as costs go, so current equipment value for a green kitted rogue looks like it's going to cost somewhere in the realm of 1,500 total guild and blood as well. I don't have fervid. I'm using fervor. Because fervor is what increases your damage based on how many times you hit someone, just to be clear. My legendary kit has the fervid, but honestly, that was only because the legendary gear that was on the market was really limited, and I couldn't find any better stats for it. Like here, for example, this legendary gear. Let's say I wanted to run. Let's say I didn't want to run fervid, so I go for valor, right? But there's no other. I mean, I guess you know what? I guess I could try to maybe go resilience instead. No, that's the dagger. Sorry, that's not even the right piece I'm looking for. Hold up, sorry. Where's our? Yeah, like so. For example, the helmet piece. No, not this one. Where is it? Oh, I'm sorry. It's my bracers. Yeah. So like for the bracers, the good ones were completely out of stock. So I had to go for at least one fervid. And if I'm gonna go for one fervid, like I feel like I might as well just build it out. So once you get to legendary gear, you're kind of held into having to build a certain way based on the current kit stock, if that makes sense. Yeah, Fervor is not fervid, guys. This is not the one where you have to be max HP. It's the one that increases damage when you hit something. So you get more damage over time. Yeah, it's not quite the same. Okay, so again, for green gear, we're going to use our baseline wine. Also, let's check. He said he sent me a message. Let me double check really quickly. He sent me. Tier maker. Wait. Tier maker. Mistfall hunter affix tier list. Oh, you sent me some tier. Oh, there's tier list websites, huh, Lich? Oh, that's kind of nice. Yeah, I could see that being some good content for sure. Okay. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so again, so the skills and the talents I'm running is the same exact, it's the same build that I'm running in my video that I just posted this morning. So if you want to see the full build info, I'm going to link my video so I don't have to keep repeating it on stream. Because I know people are going to ask me, and then I'm going to get asked 2 seconds later, because that's how it works. So if you want to see the full rogue build that I'm going for, like, you know, minus the gear, but as far as the skills and talents go, that is the current link. I just posted that 40 minutes ago. So if you want to see that, then go for it. Anyways. Yeah, so let's go to the training ground and test our damage really quick. I want to see what we're sitting with this kit. I should have wrote down the pin it. I don't need to pin it. If you use the guide command, it also links you to the playlist that has the video at the very top. So I don't need to pin it. You can just use the guide command. So what was our damage? I think it was 50. Was it 56? I'm pretty sure 56 was it, right? I'd have to go back and check for sure, but I'm pretty sure that's what it was. Okay, well, I'll tell you what. We were not hitting 100 damage headshots. In Grays, we were definitely not coming off to it. Have a hard time finding someone who plays Caster Seer. Do you watch my videos? Because I just posted a Caster Seer video yesterday. So, I'm not sure if you watched that or not, but sounds like you didn't. But yeah, so anyway, the Green Gear Rogue does way more damage than I thought it was going to. Yeah, I don't know exactly the exact difference. I think I'm doing like 30%, 20% more damage, somewhere in that range. Because I know for a fact I was not hitting 100 damage headshots in Grays. Okay, so green already is making a massive difference between the other gear that I had. Also, it looks like the wine affix doesn't even carry over for some reason. So I'm missing a little bit of damage there as well. Yes, this is planned for a YouTube video. Yes, I wouldn't. Yeah, that was kind of the idea behind it, because people kept asking me to make like beginner builds, and I figured what better way to showcase beginner builds than to show you every single gear set. Oh, I didn't buy the wine, that's why. Hold up, I totally goofed up the damage numbers, huh? I thought I bought this. Hold up, my numbers were actually worse than they should be. Okay, hold up, we gotta go back. My bad, I'm dumb. That's gonna increase our damage even further than 101. I thought I used the wine, that's why they were wrong. Yeah, so we're probably going to hit more like 105 damage or something, maybe higher. Because that'll give us the bonus affixes. That'll give us defense pen, and also we'll get double defense pen from that. So it should be higher. Alright, so this is the damage for my green rogue. Okay, so a full headshot is 110 damage. That's pretty crazy. So the wine, without the wine, it was 101 damage. With the 2 defense penetration stats, my damage went from 101 to 110, which means that my damage increased by, what is that, like an extra 10%, right? 10% extra damage from just the 5 and 5. That's how good wine is, or how good the level 5 for affixes are, and why you need to use wine to get to level 5. Because if you're not building full affixes, the difference is crazy, you know? It's a huge difference. Oh, did I forget to use the wine on common armor? It would have been, I mean, maybe I did. It's fine. I mean, it's whatever. It would have been, it's a really small difference. What really makes the biggest difference by far is the level 5 on wine. Because I do gain a little bit of extra damage on top of it, but the defense pen on top I think is really good. A little bit of both. So, yeah, that's how important wine can be in this game. Well, okay, let's go ahead and do some green chaos games and see if we can kill some... If we can kill purple gear players in greens, that'll be pretty nuts. I don't know if I can do it, because I feel like greens aren't like that good. I think blue is way better, which is why I usually don't I usually recommend people not to run Chaos until you go to blue. But just for the sake of trying, and because I don't want to just pump stomp normals, because if I can go to normals and grays, I can go there in greens. It's not whatever. But you know, I don't know if I can kill full purple players there, but we'll try. You know, it'll be good content if I can. So I will do my best to see if I can do it. For the contents. I don't use Hammer Merc because it's bad. I don't like it. Yeah, I think it's definitely possible for me to kill purples and greens, Piper, but it's gonna be hard for sure, I think. Yeah, I'm currently doing full-time streaming and content creation at the moment, yeah. Hoping to do that for the long term if it's possible. You met someone from Lich's chat that lives 30 minutes away from you? That's funny. Well, I found out Lich doesn't live that far away from me either. Which is kind of funny. Did you borrow my gold? No, this is my gold. Get your own gold. I obviously need this gold. It's needed, of course. No, the challenge is not to try builds that are not optimal. The challenge is to test out different rarities of gear against other players. The challenge was never meant to be using bad classes or bad builds. That was never the point. The whole point is using different levels of gear to showcase what a class looks like when you're running grays versus greens versus blues versus purples, and then all the way up to legendary. So I'll just play the game like normal. You know, we'll go around, we'll loot stuff, we'll kill the mini boss, you know, all that fun stuff. And we'll PvP along the way, and we'll see what we can, you know, how we can make this work. I think we can kill purple, but I do think against good players, it is going to be very hard, you know. I am expecting to take dust today. I'm not expecting to, you know, I'm not expecting to go crazy or anything. Bites, I did include the code if you scroll up a little bit. I just put it in the chat not too long ago. Oh, our first player is nearby. Okay, let's see what we can do. Oh, could we third party? I mean, hey, if we can get a third party kill, I'd be fine with that as well. I mean, we're in greens. This is kind of what we're here for. Why not? I think we're gonna have to kill this berserker first. Oh, I totally tried to dodge that. Messed up. Didn't I just hear someone? Oh, it's the seer up top. Okay. And I'm so curious if I am If I can kill purple gear players and greens, that would be pretty funny. Pretty good. I'm not super confident. This guy's kind of camping up there, I think. I don't know if I can push him. He's kind of just sitting there. I think melees here could be kind of hard at a gear diff, because I think melees here is pretty strong. Is that, I think that's purple, right? I feel like that's purple gear. Oh, that's an early super armor. Wait. Wait. Can we... I think we can win this. That's a really early super armor use. Yeah, okay. GG, is that blue or purple? Alright, that's our first purple kit. Full greens. He did a lot of damage to me, but it's doable. It's 100% doable. You can kill purples like with greens. Absolutely. Anyone who says otherwise is wrong. Yeah, I even mistimed his super armor a little bit because I thought it'd be gone, and well, I mean, either way, yeah, it worked out pretty well. Is it greedy that I kind of want to play safe and like leave the game and take profit since I'm in greens? Because I feel like it kind of takes away from the kill a little bit if I die now, because I'm trying to do like a combat showcase and I just died anyway after the kill. I feel like it kind of means a lot less. I feel like since I'm in greens, it would be smart of me to probably... I think it would be smart of me, I think, to the depot purples. If I was running normal gear, I would not give a shit, but yeah, for the purpose of the video and making profit, since that is kind of the whole point of the challenge, I do actually want to depot. If it was only blues, I wouldn't care. However, I will fight another person if I run into them. Like, I'll fight this guy if he wants to. Yeah, I'm not gonna go out of my way to fight.
Mistfall rarely shows. Miss this chance and you'll regret it.
He wasted a lot of dodges, but I messed up my... wasted my hits as well. Cool. Okay, there's our second kill. I think that's full blue as well, right?
Bring the time. Don't
Okay,
give up when
played
you've been
decent,
waiting.
too. I do feel really squishy in greens. It doesn't take a lot of hits for me to start dying, but our killing power is still pretty good. Oh, that's more purples too. Wait, that's crazy. Oh yeah, we're making huge profits already. Okay, as long as we can extract this game, we're good to go. As long as I don't get killed. I want to wear this full blue kit. Wait, I should do it for the profit, right? Because I can just rebuy my current kit. Wait, I should do that. Hold up. That's just free. That's just free money. Is Shadow Strix OP or what? No comment.
Give me the proof of your deeds as a hero.
Reddit says Shadow Strix is weak and people are overreacting. So we all know Reddit's usually has the correct takes. So, you know, that's my answer. His key? Oh, did I miss something? It's fine. I could not have asked for a better first Chaos skin. That's crazy. Killed a full purple and a full blue-purple seer. And melee seer is a really strong class, too. I mean, we're at a 2-tier gear deficit, and we're winning these fights. A video for the talents? Yeah, if you use the guide command, my most recent video I just posted about an hour ago has my current talents and skills, yeah. The gear is different because we're doing a challenge run, but it's the same exact, you know, idea. Okay, so the only reason I grabbed the blue was so we could sell it. Again, I don't plan to... That was just, you know, for extra money. No reason not to. I do plan to continue to run greens for now. Because I do want to run multiple. Alright, again, I'm gonna play this like I'm broke. So I'm gonna buy only the cheap free spellbound keys. Use only gray pots, and I will bring 2 fire pots with me just to have something to chuck at people if I want them. And of course I'll buy those throwing knives as well because those are pretty useful. Why is melee sure strong? It's just a strong class, man. I mean, melee seer is just a good class. I don't really have like an exact answer for you. Their super armor duration is pretty long, and if they stick on top of you with their stuns and then knocking you towards them with the like the wall, it can definitely be pretty good. Trust me, melee seer is an extremely strong class. I am pleasantly surprised, though. I really didn't think I'd be doing this well in greens. I'm sure I'll still take deaths, but the fact that I already... So, just to give you an idea of the difference in price, like why it's so... Like why it's kind of crazy. A full purple kit right now for me is, you know, right around 8,000 gold. or 7,500 total value estimated. A green is 1,500, and a blue gear is about 4K. So a purple kit is roughly 5 to 6 times the cost, depending on market value. It's a roughly 5 to 6 times the cost to what a green kit costs. So if green is capable of killing purples, I would say that's a pretty good sign, you know, although, I mean, of course, it's rogue. So, you know, take it for what it's worth, of course, but the fact that it's even possible with, like, low gear like this is, you know, is good, I would say. I mean, saying that it's not skill is pretty disingenuous. There's a lot of players that come into chat and tell me that they're in greens and they're just getting completely gear gapped by players in purples. And I've been saying for a while that it's not just the gear, it's also, you know, there's also skill involved in it. And that, I mean, that's kind of the whole point of this stream, is to show that you can absolutely run greens and still kill geared players. I mean, we killed not one, but 2 geared seers that both had purples. Or one was half and half, but I mean, that's really good, man. I'll be right back. Yeah, I personally think people heavily undervalue how much skill matters in this game. Do you have any idea how many rogues tell me that they can't make the class work in greens, blues, even purples? Yeah, it's pretty there is 100, whether you want to admit it or not, there is still a skill level to the game. I mean, you don't just get on rogue and just win for free. You do have to actually do something. The class is really strong, but you don't just get it for free, man. You do have to, like, you know, play the game well. You know, you don't just get to, like, you really think those 2 seers, the 2 seers that I killed, do you really think that fight would have been the same if I just, like, played it bad? Because I don't know if you saw how quick I was dying, but I was pretty low in both fights. Like, it wasn't, you know, like I won by flying colors or anything. It was pretty close. Okay, anyways, let's go for our round 2. Yeah, I think people very much underestimate how much skill matters in this game, which is weird because I thought it was pretty apparent how much of a high skill cap this game has. So, I don't know. I've also played every class in the game, and I have a video guide on my channel for every class in the game. So, you know, I don't really feel the need to defend myself at all, to be honest, because I've already proven I can play every class. I auction everything. I pretty much wipe my stash every time that I have room. Every time I can sell, because I run out of space too easily. Yeah, I mean, I sell everything, pretty much. What other class other than Rogue would I do on this challenge? I mean, I would do it on every class. I'm not going to sit here and pretend it'll go the same exact way that Rogue does, but I would at least try it on every class.
Goodies are in there.
Although, I have more experience in some over others. Like, my Rogue experience is more than, say, my like, Black Arrow experience, for example. Like, obviously, my Black Arrow showcase wouldn't be very good, but that's because I don't think I'm a good Black Arrow. I don't play the class. Hey, Drop KW, thank you for this. I appreciate it, man. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, this isn't really intended to be an argument or anything. All I'm saying is gear makes a difference, but skill makes a even bigger difference on top of that people really are not giving credit for, you know? That's all I'm getting at. Not really here to argue about it, you know? By the way, I want to show you the sub badge update that I might do after today. I was working with Smooth and deciding how many different color transitions I wanted to do. I was hoping to get your guys' opinion feedback on how you like the sub badge colors. So I'll show that after this game so you guys can kind of just tell me what you're thinking. Because right now I only have 4 different colors, but I might add a few extra colors, so I might end up updating the badge pages a little bit. Oh, there's just... Yeah, there's another player here too. I don't think I can beat Chenya in greens. Chenya is like... He is a really good player. If I killed him in greens, that would be like genuinely insane. That would be the biggest clickbait of my life. No, it's not gonna happen. You know, I got him to half, though. That's one of the top mercenary players. You know, I think, funny enough, I think if that other rogue hadn't come up and forced me to be super aggressive, I think I might have actually been able to do that. Wouldn't that have been crazy if I killed him in greens? Yeah, that other rogue coming up the ladder kind of screwed me. That would have been super crazy, though, because Shenya's a really good player. I have a hard time fighting him in purples. If I was able to do that, that would be nuts. Yeah, I got him to I think I got him to half HP in greens. Yeah, in green gear. Yeah. Oh my god. If I beat Shenya today in greens, that would be insane. That would be so... I don't think it's gonna happen, but I can dream. I can dream for sure. That would be so funny. Oh, it's not gonna happen though. We're gonna throw that dream out the window because I know it's not. Oh my god, what is going on? Fucking Boobot is so dumb sometimes. Whatever pinned comment you did, it's now spazzing on the screen. I can't even see anything anymore. Oh, I don't know why it does this. Okay, that's fine though. I don't mind dying to Shenya. Really not a big deal. I wish that other rogue hadn't come over like that, but it might not have mattered anyway. All right. Let's see. Got our throwing knives. And we'll grab our free keys as well. Yeah, I never ever would have expected to win that fight. It would be unreasonable to have expected to win that. What do I mean spazzing on the screen? That was Shenya? I mean, yeah, I'm in greens. So I mean, it doesn't really matter. I'm in greens and the other rogue came up the ladder and kind of like forced my hand in fighting Shenya at that point. So I mean, it's not really much of a fight. No, resetting back to grays would be stupid. Why would you? No one wants to watch me play normals. At least most of you probably don't. Because at that point we're just normal stomping. Even in grays, it's not like I'm not gonna do that. I have no reason to be in normals. I already did it one game and it was just not fair. So at the very least, I want to kill people that are in chaos and not go kill new players that are trying to learn how to play the game. But yeah, I would have been extremely surprised if I could beat Shenya. Well, parry Merc is already a hard matchup anyway because you know the parry is pretty good. But alas, it is. Okay, maybe once I get up to my purple and legendary gear, I'll see Shenya again, and we'll have another engagement. But for now, though, let's see if we can find some non-parry mercs to fight. Bunny hop. You just right-click, dash, and then jump. Very easy. Oh, Shenya had gold gear? Oh. Oh wait, he was gold, not legendary, or not purple? Wait, that's even crazier. That's unfortunate. I actually kind of had him on the ropes at the start there, too. Oh, the green gear woes. I know, it was almost, too. It was actually kind of close. We got him to, like, half. What happened? I got wombo comboed. it didn't work. Right. Round 3. Round 3. That was definitely winnable. The crow stun actually got me there. Usually it's pretty rare the crow stun gets me in fights, but that time it actually did. I didn't think he had crow. Most rogues are not running crow, so I didn't really assume that he had it. Caught me off guard a little bit. Oh my god, what is this? Just let me stack the knives, game. Oh, that's so silly. What even is this? Why are these not stackable? Alright, anyway. That's so funny. They should be stackable. I don't know why they're not. Alright, round 3. Crowstorm is not better. That is a extremely disingenuous take. That is extremely disingenuous. Crowstorm is definitely not better. Just because I misplayed and stepped into the crows doesn't make it better.
Let me have a look.
Yeah, that was my own fault. I got too aggressive there and I pushed into his crows. That was completely my own fault. Me misplaying doesn't make something stronger. That just shows that I misplayed. I should not have. I mean, I clearly misstepped into his crows. That was, you know, that was not like great. BA's biggest counter, probably Shadow Strix. Crow is better in trios, however. So what I should have done is queued up my dagger and flash strided. I should have used flash stride there and closed the gap that way. I think that might have actually maybe finished off the kill there. I think that was winnable. We started the engagement extremely well. All right, so we're what? So we're 2 for 2. So we have a 50% win rate right now against purple gear players. Purple / legendary. Because every person we fought has been purple or legendary. So yeah, that puts us at a 50% win rate so far. And keep in mind, for green against purple, it's 6 times the cost. So for us to be profitable, we have to win 17% of the time. That would be the numbers you would want to be going for. I mean, if you like Crow more, then you can use Crow, but I'm telling you, I personally don't think Crow is better. You can use whatever you want. Don't let me dictate what you use. I'm not here to dictate how you play the game. So. I'm just telling you I think that this is better. Yeah, by the way, I'm already profitable. So this game, these 2 legendaries alone pays for my entire kit, by the way. So at this point, even if I die, I'm full. Like, my kit's covered price-wise. Can I loan you gold? I cannot loan you gold. I'm gonna buy myself the holy sword sometime soon. I have someone who's gonna sell one to me. Because you can't buy them in the marketplace because they only sell for 15k max, so you'll never find one. Freaking throw rock through. I'm gonna get my flash strike. Oh, well, he's a parry merc, though. I gotta be careful of doing that. Okay. That was full blue. Okay, so I'll give my current thoughts on where gear is. I think punching up, as in punching up 1 gear rarity, is very doable. I think punching up 2 gear rarities is pretty hard. And I think punching up 3 gear rarities is like really, really hard. Like I think it's like a pretty big curve, I think. So I think if you're in chaos mode and you're in blues, I think it's pretty feasible to be beating like purples. If you're in greens, I think you can kill purples, but it's going to be kind of hard to do it, and the fights are going to be close. Because you're really squishy as a green rogue. Your defense rating is really bad, and you just die kind of fast. So that's kind of my current thoughts of how this stream has gone so far. I don't know if anyone has any opinions on that, or what you guys think. But yeah, I think punching up 1 rarity is pretty good, and I think 2 or more gets into a little bit of a dicier spot where you can do it, but you also explode, you know, hilariously fast. Well, he did use breakaway, but I followed up with my own dash attack, and then I basically got him from there. I'll drop the code for this kit after this game again. Yeah, if you're on Twitch, you can grab the code with the challenge command. If you're on YouTube, I have to drop the code for you because the MooBot doesn't work that way. Yeah, 100%. In order to beat 3 gear rarities, you have to outplay the shit out of the enemy player. You have to basically, you have to do everything right at like every step of the way. There's no room for error whatsoever.
This place is finally open. If you want to make your fortune...
Do you see how much damage he does? I think he hit me for about half my HP. I think he's in purples, right? So, again, this is kind of where the gear... Oh, he just went in boss. That's hilarious. Okay, well, I guess we're not fighting him anymore. But yeah, that's kind of the difference in gear, right? So because I'm only in greens, he hits me twice and I lose half my HP. But if I outplay him and I just get a bunch of hits on him, I can win that fight, you know? I think that is a pretty good example of what it kind of looks like from, you know, my/his point of view. Like, I can definitely win that, but it's gonna be, there's gonna be some effort involved. Yeah, honestly, yeah, the purple PNS is already a hard matchup for me. Even if I'm in purple rogue, it's a hard matchup. It takes a while. You have to grind them down, and it's a lot harder to do in greens. So I would argue that matchup's kind of bad for me. He can't really kill me if I play right, but I can't really kill him either. It's kind of a stalemate. Easier to complain and not learn. Oh yeah, true. Yeah, I know there's a subsection of the community that likes to complain that this game is no skill, only gear, and whatever else they want to say. I know. But anyways, yeah, I think that's a kind of a good description, or like a good example point, I would say, of kind of just what it looks like.
Difficult tasks always yield great.
So again, me personally, I would consider it a win that I've now killed 2 purple players and a full blue player. Even though I've died twice, I am still like very, very up in terms of profit, because losing green kits doesn't matter because they're worth 1,500 apiece. And if you go in and get 2 safe pouch, you know, purple legendaries, it'll pay for a big portion of your kit, you know.
So much for a false god. It seems if you want to comprehend true divine power, you must seek clues among those divine spears.
As far as gear diff goes, you think this is one of the more balanced extractions you've played? I feel like it's relatively balanced, more balanced than people give it credit for, specifically because I've done gear diff fights on every class in the game. Even non-rogues. I've done it on Merc. I've done it on Wither Knight. I've done it on I mean, I think every class I've wanted a gear deficit at this point, which is part of why I'm so confident in saying that, you know, I think the balance as far as the gear goes is closer than, you know, some people say. At least I think so. Fire from Conan? I've never played Conan. No. I'm Fire from Dark and Darker. Wait, that's why Raiden will stomp Chaos for a while. Majority of us are in blues and he runs full legendary. Well, I mean, you can't blame people for using the gear. I mean, from a streaming perspective, you know, most people want to see you win fights, right? I mean, think about it. Would you want to would you want to sit here and watch me die every game every fight I play? Probably not. Eventually you get bored and you'd be like, wow, this guy sucks, and you'd leave. So from a streaming perspective, you want to see, you know, you want to see the wins too, right? But I guess it could also get a little boring because, you know, if you're running full like legendary and you're also really good at the game, you're probably skill diffing and gear diffing other players on top of it. So at that point, you actually never die, and then it might get a little boring watching you pub stomp every lobby. Because, you know, I mean, yesterday I played purple for hours, like I think 5 hours, and I think I died once to a mob during a fight. And I've already died twice on green rogue, so very clearly, you know, purple gear has enough impact that it's, you know, changing how much I die in a fight, right? Very clearly. And I don't think anybody here is arguing, you know, that you know, gear makes a difference, because it clearly does. Yeah, the intention of this stream was not to be like, oh, hey, look, see, I told you green gear is the same as purple. Obviously, that's not what I'm trying to say. Just that, you know, just that it's feasible to play in greens if you play well. You know, you're not going to win every fight, but it is possible to do it.
There. The power Gernos left behind. Even the nearby woodlings creeping out to watch. Take your reward.
I wonder how many people know that you can get a free belt with a quest line. Yeah, if you use the quest that has the big special like indicator on it, you can get a free bell and not have to extract with a dangerous route. This is kind of like your rat portal. I think a lot of people just don't have any idea that that even exists. Oh, here, let me add the green gear for you guys over on the YouTube side. Yeah, so if you're on Twitch and you use the command, the challenge command. I'm just gonna do it real quick so I can grab the code. You can get it that way, and then if you're on YouTube, you can use that, and that's the green gear that I'm currently running. I don't know exactly how much we're up so far. Well, I could probably give you a general idea. So we've killed 2 purple gear players and we killed 1 blue gear player, but we lost 2 green kits. I think on average a purple kit costs, well, mine for reference costs about 8k and my green costs 1500. So I would say we've probably made, and then of blue is like 4. I would say we've made roughly, how much do you think? 8, 12, 16. Let's just estimate the 16,000 gold in just PvP gear. Let's not even include the other stuff we looted, which would make it higher. So we lost 3,000 gold worth of gear, but we gained 16,000 worth from other PvP. It's so easy to be profitable in greens if you play well, because you can die more than you win, right? and then you still make profit because your gear is so cheap. Now, of course, you have to win your fights at least some of the time, so there is something to be said about that. But yeah, 100% we are in the green for today already. Yes, exactly. The net worth is more than the net loss, so on average you would be making money over time, even if you're dying in greens. Yep, exactly. That's a reason that I usually tell people that you don't want to play above your means in terms of gear. It's kind of I'm a poker player. I've played poker for probably 20 years, something like that, Texas Hold'em. And a big thing in that, because I used to play for money back when, and do like home games and whatever. Did a little bit of casino here and there. But basically, you're not supposed to play above your means and be scared of losing your kit, or scared of losing your money, because if you do, then you play worse. And it's kind of the same difference in games like this. If you're playing in gear that you're afraid of losing, then you're gonna play worse, and then when you do die, you're gonna like be mad about it rather than just kind of going again. And I feel like it's the same kind of general idea as that, you know? You basically want to play in gear that you're okay losing over and over again as you learn how to play the game. And then at a certain point, you stop dying, and then you go into higher gear, and then you kind of carry your skill over, and then you stop dying even more because you're also wearing better gear. That's what you're supposed to do. You're not supposed to go into a match with 100% of your total stash value. That's not how you're supposed to do it in poker. At least you're supposed to have a bankroll where if you take losses, it's not a big deal. You know, that's why I usually don't recommend players to just take all of their gold and immediately buy the best kit, because if you die, now you're back at 0 and you have nothing. Mike, I already shared the code. Just scroll up. There's a Marathon video that a dev says that Marathon is like playing poker with guns. That's funny. I guess that's basically what I just said, isn't it? Hey, Sappho. Thank you for the Prime sub. I appreciate it, man. Thank you. Oh, I forgot. I want to show off the new sub badges. The new ones that I haven't added to Twitch yet, because I might update them again. I'll show them after this game. I'll try not to forget. I wanted to get your guys' opinion on them, so. Yeah, I'm a big Texas Hold'em player, yeah. It's my favorite card game. Valor over Elusive. I think when you're in greens, you just want to do as much damage as humanly possible. That's what I go for, at least. Green blue codes for Merc. On my channel, yeah, I have a... Wait, do I have one on my channel? Pretty sure on my Merc video in the pinned comment, I believe I have a blue Merc build pinned. I think so, at least. Outside of that, no. You'd have to check my mercenary guide and see if I put it on there. I don't remember. Definitely not green. I haven't played green Merc since day 1 of the release. Can you share loadout codes? You can share loadout codes with anyone you want. That doesn't bother me at all. You're more than welcome to share codes amongst yourselves, yeah. You're Brazilian? You don't understand what I'm saying? Well, I don't know how I can talk to you if you can't understand me. Yeah, I already put the green code in chat. It's already there. You just gotta scroll up and use it. But if you don't understand me, I don't know how I can tell you this. I don't know what I can say. Yeah, you have to scroll up to the gear code. You know what I need to do? I need to test out the Berserker killing speed as well. Just out of curiosity. You just got this the other day. It runs okay on your laptop. Something to do on your days off. You gotta practice and get better. That's all it comes down to, man. Yep, just practicing and getting better. Yep, exactly. Yeah, I think you're right. I think on my mercenary video that I just posted a few days ago, I believe in the top comment I have a pinned blue code for the build. I'm pretty sure I do. I'm doing good, Sappho. Yeah, my games have gone way better than I expected them to. I'm like the video content is pretty much making itself at this point. It'll be pretty easy for me to make a full, because I'm planning to make this a video. I don't know what I'm gonna like name it exactly. I gotta think of a title. But yeah, I feel like this is just gonna be an interesting topic discussion of kind of just showing you what it looks like from different gear perspectives. The game doesn't have an easy way to trade with friends, I don't believe. Not that I'm aware of, at least. Does the class swap for 1500 every time you do it? Wait, what do you mean by that? So this is not a typical 0 to hero where I'm just... If I was doing a 0 to hero where I upgraded my gear, it'd be boring as shit because I would have been in purples like game 1 or game 2. That would not be... I actually don't think that would even be fun. Because it'd be a short challenge. It'd be so... It was literally my first game. I already like had purples. So instead, I'm just playing different gear sets and showing what it looks like from each gear perspective. Like, I'm just being real. If this was a 0 to hero challenge, I would already be in purples game 2. Because I had beat 2 purple gear players. I could have easily sold that gear and bought myself a purple kit. But that's kind of boring, because I don't want to just play in purples again. I want to actually show green gear. So I'm staying in greens regardless of what I loot. You know, just so we can kind of showcase more.
The Mist Lord rarely shows himself. Miss this chance and you'll regret it.
You know what we'll have to do after the balance patch on the 12th? We'll have to do Shadow Strix again to see if Shadow Strix gets nerfed, if I can still do it. Because I don't know what nerfs are coming, but I'm sure it's going to affect the class at least a bit. So I'm a little curious. I'm in US East. That's why our ping is so good. Lucky me. Okay, so we did this in grays last time. I'm curious how long this will take now that we're in greens and not grays. I should assume it should be a lot faster. Although it was normal, so maybe it has more health total here, probably. I do think it's dying faster. Yeah, I don't know 100% the timer base, but I do think I'm going a little quicker. I actually meant to... Wow, I'm actually gonna die to this thing. I meant to dodge. Yeah, I actually think I messed up this fight.
Standing around and ring the charm.
Oh my god. That was actually pretty close. Yeah, I messed up like twice there. I like tried to dodge and I jumped, and then I also ran out of dodge energy once. That was pretty bad. That was a noob mistake. I kind of deserved to die there, to be honest. Oh, there you go. There's the Berserker. Honestly, fighting the Berserker in greens is kind of a pain in the ass. He dies so much slower, and it just takes... Like, I didn't even get the kill before the barrier lifted. I've never even seen that happen when I'm in purples. Usually that thing gets... It gets melted in, like, 30 seconds. It's a huge, huge difference in greens. Tried Dagger Rogue. I played Dagger Rogue in the playtest, but I haven't done it for this release yet, no. I haven't seen any players, surprisingly. Yeah, I think that guy is probably not worth fighting until blues. Yeah, I would agree with that. That was kind of a pain in the ass. I mean, I guess you could, but I feel like, especially with the barrier, you know, basically disappearing or going away, I really feel like you would want to wait till blue for that guy. That would be my recommendation. Well, fun fact, Dagger used to be my favorite way to play Rogue, but they heavily nerfed it. It used to be way stronger in the earlier playtests. Well, luckily, you can't get killed by a waiting player, at least right off the rip. When you leave, as long as you don't do an action, you're blue, and you can't take damage. But if you lose the 1v1, then, you know, of course, that'll get you for sure. Kind of depends on how consistent you are at winning your 1v1s. I mean, Wither Knight's fine. I think it's an A-tier class for what it's worth. Fighting the boss in greens is not going to go well. I'm just going to die. There's no way. I would have to play absolutely perfectly, and my damage is going to be super low. Because there's an enrage mechanic. If you don't kill the boss quick enough, he basically insta kills you. And I don't believe in greens you really have the damage to kill him in time. I think it is smarter to wait until at least blues, I would say, if you're gonna do boss. I mean, if I have a hard time against the mini boss, I'm not gonna be doing the regular boss. Man, not having elusive on this kit feels so terrible too. I don't think I have elusive on my kit until purples. I think my blue kit, it didn't look like I had space for it. But elusive is so strong on this build. Might have been a mistake on my part to not add it. Actually, maybe I did. I'll have to double check after this game. I'm not sure if I did. I think I forgot, but yeah, elusive is so strong. It's crazy. Oh, someone's leaving. Let's go for PvP.
Guess you plan on staying, huh? Good luck to you then.
I didn't mean to fall off. That's actually really unfortunate. He's stunned. Oh, I might be dead. Yeah, he stunned my super armor there. That was pretty good. Oh, he's still sitting there. Oh, I'm probably dead. I didn't think the sorcerer was just sitting there. Okay, we're a rogue, so I think we're good. Yeah, we're actually okay. Not even a horn use. Yeah, we're good. Oh, smart. Nah, we're still fine. Mercenary has like no use, so doesn't matter. Well, we'll go back and fight him in a minute once we're healed. God, rogue survivability is so crazy. Yeah, it was a little gritty not hoarding there, to be honest. I would agree with that. Kinda hard to not agree. Might be done. Ah, good. Let's go! Yes, we did it! Oh my god. That was sweaty. GG. Yeah, the gear diff there was super hard. I think if I was in blue or purple, that fight would have been a lot easier. That was really hard in greens. I was struggling a little bit. I really had to outplay him there. That was a lot of work. Parry Merc is yeah, it's pretty hard to aggressively push them, man. Oh, those parries, yeah. We got them though. So close. All right. Why no elusive on green? Because I feel like I need the damage. You don't have a lot of stats on green gear, so I don't go for elusive. Yeah, if I was in purple gear, I'd like to imagine that Merc would have been dead a lot sooner. Because he got pretty low at certain points, and I think if I was in purples, he probably would have already been dead. Yeah, like, because again, gear does make a big difference, you know. No one denying that one. I'm just happy I won that fight, even though I was at a gear disadvantage. That's really nice. All right, let's get out of here.
See those shiny butterflies? Follow them.
If you want to see my affixes for my green gear, use the just use the challenge command, and that has all the info in there. Maybe I should change the challenge command to builds or something. Maybe challenge sounds like a weird name to say. Yeah, I'll change it to builds. Maybe that'll be like easier. I'll do that. Alright, so I'm changing the challenge to build. So that way it's maybe people think of using it more. Maybe a little bit more natural. Yeah, if you guys are on YouTube, the Moobot doesn't work there, but I can paste it for you. Yeah, so right. Oh, let me fix my inventory real quick. Give me a second. I got a few things. Bro, the chat is so insane. I can't. I don't even know what I just looked at. I'm just gonna move on from whatever the hell I just saw. Anyways. Oh, I didn't know those are worth 2K. Wait, I should not vendor those. Let me just do some inventory sorting real quick, and then I will, yeah, I'll go over some of that, gear info. Okay, so for our build, our affixes, for greens, I went for Valor and Fervor. For blue, I do have Elusive, I was wrong. For blue, I have Fervor, Valor, and I added Stoic for survivability, and I added Elusive for dodge. For purple, I have Fervor, Valor, of course. I added Aegis on top of Stoic for more defense, and then I added Vitality so we can go for longer in fights. And then for legendary, because of just the nature of the gear being kind of limited, I went for Fervid, which is like a very minor benefit, but it's just the best I could really grab. I have a guide for every class on my channel. Yeah, if you, yeah, Yeah, I have a guide for Wither Knight from a few days ago. The Polearm and Shield build, yeah. Well, quite honestly, I'm enjoying Rogue the most right now, but the class is really, really strong at the moment, so there's probably a little bit of a correlation between those two things, I would say. That said, I do plan to do this kind of build. Like this stream idea is not going to be only Rogue, and I'll never do it again. I'm planning to do different classes as well. You know, we have that balance patch coming on August 12th. So, you know, once that patch comes through, I think the game will get more interesting. You know. Oh, I want to show you those sub badges real quick and see what you guys think real quick. Okay, so what do you guys think about this? These colors. So, white for basically early subs, then green, blue, purple, legendary, red, and then purple. And keep in mind, I can always swap the tiers around if you think certain colors... Like, what do you think is the best looking color here for, like, max tier, basically? Because I can always swap this stuff around, too. So I don't have to keep it, you know, one for one. But this is what Smoothitis sent me earlier today as like a general idea for maybe what I can do for my sub badges. Okay, well, I've now seen people say that gold, red, and purple look best. So clearly people think that different ones look better. You think tier 4 looks best, the orange one? I personally think that tier 4 looks the best. That's like just my own opinion. If I had to choose one of these colors for like the absolute max tier that I would want to have forever, I would choose orange, or this orangey red one. I think this tier 4 could probably be tier 6. Okay, so let's say we swap tier 4 for tier 6, or we move this down. Do you think the ordering for the other one makes sense? Do you think everything else is good? So start with white, green, blue, purple, red, or maybe we do both purples together. Why don't we maybe, how about this? Why don't we do maybe the white, green, blue, the like pink, then purple, then red, then orange, maybe? I think the pink should actually be before the purple. I think the pink should be between the blue and the purple. Well, this isn't purple, this is pink. You might be colorblind. No, I actually thought it was... I saw it as purple for a second, too. I'm just messing with you. But it is pink. It is a different color. You think that's good? You think red should stay tier 5 below orange? Well, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, so again, I'm thinking white, green, blue, pink, purple, red, orange. Yeah, this is all Smoothitis, yeah. I think they look good. I think the orange one by far looks the best. Oh, you think the blue should be after the... Do you think the blue or the purple looks better? That's another one too. Yeah, like if you had a choice between, you know, what looks better, do you think it's the blue or the purple one? I think I would rather have the blue than the purple, because I like blue. You think purple's better? Maybe, yeah, maybe it's just my bias to blue. It might be kind of up for debate. It doesn't matter too much. Yeah, I guess at that point you're just asking for people's favorite colors, so there's not going to be an actual answer. That's fair. Yeah, that's fair. Well, that's good info. That's good info to have for sure. All right, so yeah, I'll update my sub badges probably after stream today, and I'll modify the colors. But anyway, it seems like it's a unanimous agreement that the orange tier 4 is the best looking color, so this is going to be the one that's basically locked the last. So the only thing I'll have to figure out is the duration when other badges start to unlock, pretty much. But yeah, that's good to know. So thanks for your inputs. Appreciate it. Here, I'll even write a note so I don't forget this topic. All right, so white, green, pink, purple, blue, red, orange. That's kind of what we're leaning towards. And again, I could always modify it again later as well. No, I'll remember the note that I put because it's on my computer notes. So we're all good there. How do you get Pip's rare pouch? I think you have to do the story quest for it. I don't even have it unlocked myself. Hi, Lord Sneakers. Welcome, welcome. How you doing, man? Make the max tier the logo with the blue sides and the gold at the top and bottom. We could do that. It doesn't have to all be one solid color. I could make it that you know, that could be a good idea. Maybe, yeah, maybe I can make the final logo mimic my current YouTube channel, and that'll be the max tier because it's blue and orange, which are my two like favorite of the colors. So maybe having them mixed together could be like the final one. Maybe, I don't know. I'm sure I'll figure that out. Just get rid of the pink one altogether, and then just replace the pink one with the with my channel logo. That might be a good idea, honestly. Because I don't have to use the pink one. I think that might be the worst of the 6. So yeah, like I could do that. Well, I can see what Smooth thinks about it. Yeah, okay. So yeah, we'll scrap the purple color. we'll do I'll see what Smooth thinks about doing what he thinks about doing that. That's fine. I mean, that was the whole reason of showing you guys the colors, so I could kind of get your guys' general, you know, ideas on it. Not a big deal. I think all the other ones look very nice, though. I think the one that he made that's just straight orange looks very good. Codes do work on PS5. It means you're inputting them wrong, because they're capital sensitive. You're probably missing an L for an I or something, because they already confirmed to work. But I can't really help you get them to work, because I don't know what you're doing to input them wrong, fortunately. Nice to read Lemon. I mean, he seemed like a nice guy. Seemed like he deserved it, so I definitely don't mind it at all. Yeah, there's nothing I can really do, because on console you have to enter them by hand, and unfortunately the codes are a little bit finicky as far as that goes. By the way, I'm thinking I might do green gear for about 2 hours and swap the blues. So right now we're getting close to the 2-hour mark, but I played in grays to start. I would say maybe we'll play greens for at least another... I would say at least another 2 to 3 games, and then we'll swap the blues, and we'll go from there. It'll be really nice going up the blues. I think playing green and chaos is it is a little bit rough for sure. We're getting some kills, but it's not without, you know, not without trying. That's for sure. Nice guy. He did get this. He started to get sniped a little bit. Well, welcome to streaming, bro. I get sniped all the time. I mean, that's just how it is. If you don't want to get sniped, don't be a streamer. I mean, that's just, you know, that's just how it works. I have accepted a long time ago that I can't play this game without getting sniped to some degree. It just is what it is. Yeah, I play solos. Yeah. I mean, that's just the truth of it, you know. Streaming without having people coming in to screw with you just isn't gonna happen. Price limit on pouch? Yeah, there's a maximum limit. Right now, mine is 3,500 each lot. By the way, I'm gonna buy with Guild and Blood, obviously. I'm gonna purchase a holy sword, so I can show off the, so I can show that off to you guys at some point. I'm not sure. I don't think I'm gonna take it into a game while streaming because, quite frankly, I think I'll get sniped / third party for it. But I do want to grab it so I can show it off, and maybe I'll try to make a video of it with some off-stream gameplay. I don't know if I can do it on stream. I mean, I could, but it's like a really bad idea. I'm 100% gonna get sniped for it if I do. The Gem of the Gods? It's still in my inventory. I haven't done anything with it yet. Yeah, I learned from Dark and Darker that any gear that I use on stream, I have to be ready to lose due to random bullshit of people third-partying or whatever happens, or teaming, which has happened a few times. You know, I've learned, you know. No sense being upset about it. It's part of the streaming shtick.
The Mist Lord rarely shows himself. Miss this chance and you'll regret it.
No WK today because we're doing a challenge run stream today, Prime. Yeah, we're going from grays to green gear, and we're showcasing the power level of each gear type, pretty much. Oh. We'll fight him in a minute. I don't want to get third party by the harpy. No. No. Oh, I messed up. No. Oh, I messed up. I got greedy. I tried to kill him through super armor. I thought I could get him. I got so greedy. I thought I could do it. I had to try. He was so low. Ah, the greed. The greed. That's fine. That was so greedy. That was it was a good try. It was really close. It's all right. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah, I had another horn I could have used. I was trying to keep pressure on him before he could horn himself. I thought I could get him. It was so... Dude, he barely dodged some of my hits there. That was so close. It's alright. It's okay. Dang it. Yeah, you got me. Hey, thank you, Baron, for the Prime sub. I appreciate you, man. Thank you, thank you. Well, Prime, I'm glad you like the content, man. I do appreciate you, for sure. Oh man, that was so close. I'm so sad that we lost that. Oh well. I think I could have played that better, honestly, but I really did just get a little greedy. Oh well. Because usually whenever I fight Seer and they super armor, I run away. But he was already so low HP that I thought I could maybe get him. Do I avoid fights in greens? No, I don't avoid fights. I've been fighting players. So if you want an idea how I've done so far in green gear, I've killed I killed one full purple. I killed a purple and blue gear player. I killed a full blue merc, and I've died 3 times. So I'm a 50% win rate. But the profit, because the green gear is so cheap, the profit is like way, way higher than what I've lost. It's so easy to be profitable in greens. Like just one singular purple kit alone pays for like 6 of my green kits. So yeah, we're very profitable at the moment. And that doesn't include the loose loot on the map. That would add even higher to that. There we go. GG. Oh, profit. Good. Full blue, purple. Yeah, money comes and goes. That's the name of the game. So my strategic video, where did I get the Chinese tech from? From one of my viewers, Shikino. He gave me some info on that. Somebody try the green code? Well, it definitely works, I promise. Like 100% it works. I just, you know, can't promise that you're entering it right. Yeah, if you use the build command, you'll see the builds that I'm currently running. I'll add the legendary code to the command after I'm done with the legendary, so that'll be added at the end of stream, so my gear doesn't get sniped and I can't buy my gear anymore. So I'm gonna hold off on the legendary until that, but I will share the legendary before I get off upstream today. Hi, Shakito. Yeah, I mentioned you. Well, you're the one who showed me the rogue tech, so makes sense. By the way, how many of you here didn't know that this quest here spawns a bell when you finish the quest? It gives you a free exit, and you can do it at the start of the game. Curious how many of you did or did not know about that. I like to think that there's a lot of people who... Oh, someone took the quest. No. Someone took my quest, I was gonna take it. Oh, I don't have... No! Oh my god. I almost killed him. That was full purple. I almost had him. That was really close. Oh, that was so close. You know, for being at a gear disadvantage of 2 tiers, I almost had him. Oh man, that was super close. I'm glad I went for it. Yeah, I was in greens. Yeah, that was green versus purple. Yeah. Yeah, that was really close. Yeah, we almost totally geared. We almost... Yeah, we have to play way better than he does there to beat him. But yeah, that was really, really close. But I didn't. I mean, it doesn't matter, though. It was super close. The fact that we almost beat him is really good. Yeah, I wonder if I was in blues if I would have won that there. If I was at 1 gear disadvantage, I do wonder. Hard to say. It doesn't really matter. Yeah, it was super, super close. Alright. We'll do like one more... I think one more game of Green Rogue is probably enough. That puts our win rate at about a 50% still, I think. Oh, not got through. Not it. Oh, that kill would have been so nice if we got it. That would have been so nice. Man, oh man. I went for it. I tried. Ah. Yeah, I think if I was in blues, I win that fight. Well, 100% I think I do. Yeah. That's okay. Yeah, I think the lack of elusive alone makes it a lot harder. Because it basically, it kind of gives me one less dash attack, which is really, really vital for gap closing. Like, that alone kind of makes a big difference. Yeah, maybe only, yeah, well, you think a blue weapon alone would have been enough? Maybe. Hard to say. Yeah, there's a reason that elusive I build as soon as I hit blue tier. Yeah, there's a reason for that. Elusive is really, really strong. Yeah, you always want to go for 20%. I think other classes can kill purple with greens. I did it on other classes. Which one was it? Did my Merc kill purple versus green? No, it probably wasn't Merc. Which class was it? I don't remember. No, it was my sorcerer. Wait. I don't remember, but I know I did it. So for sure the answer is yes, I just don't remember. Man, oh, it's so close. It was a good attempt, at least. Thinking elusive instead of Valor on green is better? You might be right. Possibly. I kind of like going for all damage, because I feel like in greens I really need to kill someone as quick as possible since I'm at a disadvantage gear-wise, but there's an argument to be made that elusive is, like, maybe better or worth going for. Draw weapon turn red because of my talent. The damage decks. I'm gonna tell you straight up, I think if you were a new player and you were learning how to play the game, that you should play greens in normals, not chaos mode. I think it is possible to kill people in greens, but how quick you can explode from other players and how much you have to outplay them in greens, I think is pretty high. I think you'd be a lot safer learning how to play in norms, personally. Just my own thought process of what I've seen so far. Lobby's empty? What do you mean? I've been fighting a lot of people today. I mean, I just fought 2 people back-to-back last game, pretty much. Yeah, but yeah, if you are 100% new and if you never played any of the playtests and you just started playing, I would highly encourage you to not go to Chaos at level 8, and I would wait until level 12 and you get better at the game. I think the skill you get from normals is going to be way more valuable to you than going into Chaos and having to outplay every person you see, which you're not going to be able to do because you're learning, you know? I mean, regardless of what class you play, you can play Shadow Strix as a new player and you're still going to get dumped on because you still have to be able to play the class, right? And a new player is not going to have the know-how, you know, of the matchups. People said you make more money in other modes. Well, that's true. You do make more money. But you know what's more important than money? Learning how to play the game at a better skill level, like against other players. And you know what's an easier way to learn how to PvP easier? Not getting shit on by purple legendary geared players in chaos mode while you have greens and have no chance to win a fight. You're not going to learn that way. You need to have like somewhat even fights. The gear is irrelevant because if you're getting destroyed in chaos mode, you're not doing yourself any favors. I mean, I'm just telling you straight, if you're new and you run into like a veteran player with purples and legendaries, you're going to die. You're probably like, it's unless you get really lucky, I guess, but I really think you should stay in normals for at least a while. I think that's the better way to do it. I think some people don't quite understand the value. Like, it's not just about the gear, it's about your skill and like learning how to play. Wow, that was really crazy. GG. Full blue too. We killed him very fast. Hollow Chaos is the sweatiest mode. Your team does better in Branderguard. Well, keep in mind that solos can only play this one map, so the solos are all in the same pool of players. Yeah, just keep that in mind. Yeah, affixes are, yeah, the gear stats are nice, like the defense rating and the attack you get on the gear. But the affixes really do make or break builds. Absolutely, would agree with that. Alright, at this point, I'm pretty comfortable with the number of, you know, fights we've had and experiences I've had as far as greens go. So I think I'm comfortable going ahead and, you know, leaving and maybe upgrading to blue gear now. I think we've done enough green gear. So again, I'll drop the, well, actually you already have the code, but I'll drop the code one more time in YouTube chat if you want it. If you want to try out Green Rogue, and then yeah, we'll start doing blues and we'll kind of see the power, we'll kind of gauge the power difference between the two. Oh, I needed to be down below. Affix statting is the gear, the armor is merely a vessel. That's a good way to look at it, yeah. That's a great way to look at it for sure. Okay, you don't want vitality versus elusive. You want both. I think elusive is more important, but once you get to purple gear, I think you want vitality as well.
Take your junk out of here. See those shiny butterflies? Follow them.
Hey, thank you, Jazz Prime, for the membership. I appreciate it, man. Thank you. Well, I never claimed they should remove elusive. I'm just telling you that I think it's one of the best affixes you can grab on Rogue. Alrighty, well, that is Green Gear Rogue, fellas. You probably won't see me play Green Gear Rogue for quite a while unless we do another challenge run. So I'm gonna go ahead and vendor all of the gear. And we will start going for full blue. Go ahead and vendor or auction this stuff off too. I don't know what my Gildan Blah was at the start of the stream, but I'm pretty sure it went up by a decent bit. I don't know exactly how much we made in greens, but I feel like it's at least 15 to 20k, but I could be off based on that. You figure full purple kit, half purple, half blue, another blue kit, and then just like the gear around the map too. I feel like I definitely made decent profit. Probably at least 20k, I'd assume. Which is pretty good considering I'm playing like green chaos is you're not like I feel like chaos is not really made for greens. I feel like it's really hard to like make it work, but you know, just considering the gear diff there, I think I did decent. All right, so real quick, I will share this green code one more time. If you're on the Twitch, just use the build. I already see it on the chat, so you're good. And then if you're on the YouTube side, this is my green gear code. So feel free to copy that and play Green Gear Rogue if you like. But yeah, we're gonna move on to blues. Which is gonna be a hell of a lot better than our green kit was. It's gonna be a very noticeable difference. Okay, so for green gear, I'm going to personally run... I think I'm going to run 1 stack of green pots. No, probably 2 stacks of green pots. I feel like that's probably what you want to go for in blues. So we have our normal base healing. We have our greens. And then I would say... I think you might want to go for green knives, honestly, once you hit blues. What does a green knife go for? 30 apiece, so it's 150 for 1 stack. I feel like 150 for utility that could win you a fight is probably worth it. So, yeah, I would say once you get the blues, I would start running the green knives if possible. I had 724,000 at the start. Okay, so I made almost exactly 20k then. Okay. All right, good to know. And I still have some stuff selling, I believe, right? So. All right, so we have healing pots, throwing knives, and yeah, once you get blues as well, you should really start grabbing green keys too. Just kind of part of the cost of your kit. So in total, this is what I would say this is probably about a 4,500 to 5,000 gold kit, somewhere in that range. All right, give me 1 second, and then we'll start doing the blues. No, the build codes are on here. If you just see the chat command, yeah, it's there. Also, every time I make a video, those build codes always put in the description. So. Green and gray keys do functionally the same thing. The difference is that green keys you can have stacks of 3, and gray you only get a stack of 1, so you don't get to use them as much, pretty much. I think the cooldown might be shorter as well, but I haven't really paid a lot of attention to that, so I can't guarantee it. Okay, so once you get the blue gear, I would say you should be using the Hero's Ale at very minimum. You don't want to be using Mortal Tonic here. So I think my build is basically perfectly set up for the 4 gear affixes, so we can grab... Oh, you know what? Wait. It's slightly messed up. Hold up. Give me 1 second. Oh no, I messed up my gear. I need 1 extra Valor and 1 less Fervor. I messed up the gear set. What's the difference in price between the ales? How much does this cost anyway? 180. You know, the ale is so cheap, I might actually say I wonder if I should recommend the Warblood for blue. What do you guys think about that? So, this victory wine here is 60 plus 90, so it's 150. And then the Warblood is 270. So it's only an extra 100 gold, or 100 Gildenblad for blues. I feel like you unlock the victory wine so fast that I think in blues you should actually use Warblood. Well, no, I would not recommend God's Brew for blues. I think Warblood is so cheap that I can safely recommend this and not feel like I'm expecting too much from people. Because really, I would say if you're in greens... or if you're in full blue, you've probably gotten to the point where you've already upgraded this wine. I mean, considering the full blue kit costs, you know, 4,000 plus gold, spending an extra 100 gold on, like, the Warblood stats, I think is always worth it. So, with that said, I'm just gonna do that. So, I'm gonna grab 2 Valor. I'm gonna grab a Stoic. We're gonna grab an Elusive. And then I think I'm going to grab 2 Fervor, so we do as much damage as possible. We could also grab 2... You know what? We could grab 2 Vitality for energy. I think that would actually be kind of nice. It kind of sucks not having the energy overdraft, but that's okay. Yeah, unfortunately, there just isn't enough stats to get 5 of each in blues. But I think the extra 10 energy is probably a little bit better, because energy can really save you. Shadow Restriction is strong because it has extremely high damage capability, really high mobility, and it also has pretty good defensive stats as well once you get geared up. Hey, thank you, Free Balling, for the Prime Gaming sub. I appreciate it, man. Thank you. But yeah, I would say if I was going to recommend, you know, a specific affix setup, I think I would recommend this personally. I wonder if I should do the Vitality or the Fervor. What do you guys think? Because Fervor is really good for Rogue, because it stacks really quickly. Basically, this will add an additional... So it's 0.8% per hit. So this is basically an additional 4% total damage, almost at all times, because we get hits so quick. But of course, the energy is really good as well. I really hate Stoic. What do you mean? I have Stoic at level 5. I think Stoic is really good. Energy doesn't matter that much. Yeah, I think the most important part of Vitality might be more specifically the immune to overdraft state. So maybe that means that I should run Fervor. That's fine. We can do that. Makes sense to me. Aegis is better? I don't think so. I think Stoic is better because it gives you the auto heal at low HP, which can really save your life. It makes a really big difference, I think. Alright, let's see how Blue Rogue goes. Hopefully well. Hey, Mista. What's up? Blue Link? Yeah, just use the build command. Wither Knight can kill rogues, but it can be kind of hard. It's just it's just rogues mobility. That's really the big thing for this class. Actually, I'm going to remove the legendary words from the command because I'm not going to show the legendary kit code until after I'm done stream. That'll be, I'll release that towards the end. Because I don't want my kit to get purchased out. So again, I think Stoic is better because it gives you the instant heal when you're low HP. I value that a lot. Yeah, the heal is what I really value personally. If it wasn't for that heal, I might not value it as much. If it was just the resistance and damage, it'd be maybe kind of whatever. Alright, it'll be really nice to get away from the greens. I think green gear is, it can work, but it is definitely a little bit underwhelming. Hey Shadow, what's up? Stream's going good, man. Yeah, we're doing this, doing these challenge runs today, or whatever you want to call it. Basically just testing out different gear rarity sets. They've been kind of fun, honestly. Kind of nice to show the capability of what you can do in like greens versus blue and purple. You know what though, that does show you that gear does make a decent difference though, because I think the fights that I lost in greens, if I had been in my full purple kit, it's very likely I would have won, or at least had a much better chance of winning. So I do think it is worth, you know, just worth mentioning. Oh, got the heal off. GG. That was close. By the way, that Stoic healing saved my life. You were talking about why Stoic is so good. That's why. If I'm in greens, I die there. You already see the power of blue versus green in that fight alone. Figure out my blue code to work with 4 affix wine. I appreciate that, Nafe. I'm not sure. I feel like it'd be better. I don't know if I should recommend 4 or 6. Oh, he had a gear diff on me too. He has purple swords. Yeah, I'm not really sure. I guess that might be up for personal debate. I kind of feel like if you're gonna spend 4K on blues, you should probably use 6 affix wine. But that's just kind of my own opinion. But I'm sure some people in chat might be appreciative of that. You know, it is kind of funny that after only a few minutes, you've already watched me fight someone where if I was in green still, I would have died. I know it was an even gear fight or a minor, like he still had a minor advantage with the purple weapon, but it is interesting to see like how much of a difference the gear really can make. I think so, at least. WK Greatsword, maybe at some point, but I'm not too interested in it at the moment, to be honest. Oh, that was you, Sir Lucifer? Oh, GG, man. Well, I'm not surprised, because you used the combo on me, which tripped me up a little bit, for sure. I see some of you guys are starting to use it as well, so. How's it working out for you? Are you getting kills, I assume? I assume, probably. Going in blind with Game Pass? Well, just don't forget to have fun and don't be frustrated, you know, if you die. You know, that's the most important thing, I would say. Oh, good to hear it. I'm glad you're making some money off the new tech. I think it's pretty good, personally.
Oh, this place is finally open. If you want to make your fortune...
Just got the game through tutorial here to see later content. How's it going? It's going good, dolls. We started the stream in grays, then we played greens for about an hour and a half, 2 hours, and now we're showing off the, you know, the blue gear now. But yeah, good fights for sure. We've gotten quite a few decent kills. We killed some people in purple with greens, which was pretty cool to see. Yeah, I'll plan to make this into a video soon. I think it's something that's kind of interesting to see. Maybe like a side-by-side comparison or something. Oh, I forgot. I need to go to the training ground as well and show you what the damage looks like. I kind of forgot to do that. Because I'm curious myself what the damage difference is. Oh.
Hurry up and read it. Take your job.
Berserker kind of screwed that up a little bit. I think it could have maybe killed him if Berserker hadn't come over and body blocked me. Just heal up for a minute. Yeah, this is East Coast ping, yeah. Yeah, harpies are really obnoxious. I hate fighting these guys. They're like I basically always take damage when I fight them. Like it's always I feel like I never can kill them without taking some kind of hits. I just usually just eat the damage. It's just Whenever I try to run and wait for them to attack, they just take forever. You can wait for their red move for free damage. It just takes a while. So it depends on how fast you want to kill it. I played every class in the game. Yeah, there's nothing I haven't played, but Black Arrow is my least favorite class, and I don't plan to play it anytime soon. I think range, I think it's just boring. I don't think the playstyle is at all enjoyable for me.
Guess you plan on staying, huh? Good luck to you then.
So yeah, I played Black Arrow, I did well with it, but the one time was enough for me. Viable green loadout? Yeah, I've been playing greens for the last 2 hours. Just use the build command, and you'll see the green kit I was using. Yeah, maybe the javelin will get me to play Black Arrow. Maybe that'll be more enjoyable than just, like, you know, bow slash, you know, skill spamming, whatever. You know, the bleed and the blood fly, whatever. Yeah, I think that hammer merc is long gone.
Follow the butterflies all the way. Even you should be able to handle that.
Recommend for someone who just started? Do you mean build-wise, or just in general? I think Rogue is a good place to start. It's really strong right now.
Guess you plan on staying.
Where do you see skills and talents? My most recent YouTube video using the guide command would be what follows the same exact skills and talents I'm using now. Yeah, build is for gear, and then guide is for the full build. Hey, thank you, Speedy74547 for the Prime sub. I appreciate it, man. Thank you, thank you. Solo or trio? I mean, it just depends on if you have friends to play the game or not. If you have no friends that play the game, then I would say solo. So it really just kind of depends on you, really. I don't think there's a right or wrong answer there. All right, I want to go test my damage real quick in the training ground. Yeah, so I know the green gear, I was doing like 110 damage, I believe, to the head. We'll have to see what my damage is looking like now with full damage stack. Hey Zay, it's going good. Yeah, we're showing off different gear sets today. Verdon, if you use the build command, it'll give you the blue code I'm currently using. Yeah, we're running Fervor, Stoic, Valor, and Elusive. I think these are probably the best 4 stats you can grab on Rogue, at least for blues. Okay, so our damage went from 110 to 127. So we've gained 15% damage, and that doesn't include survivability, because we have Stoic, and our dodge increase as well, and the just general baseline stats of defense. So yeah, definitely a pretty noticeable difference there. I would say we're probably at least, if I had to give an arbitrary number, we're probably at least 35 to 40% stronger. 15% damage. We get a 15% heal and the stats attached to it. So I would say that's another 15-20% if I was just going to give a number out there. And then Elusive being like the 20% reduction, I value that a lot. So I would say, yeah, probably at least 40% total like stronger versus green and blue. It's a pretty big difference. It makes me think even more that if you're new in greens, you should be in normals, and if you're in blues and you know, have a better idea of what you're doing, that's when you should go to chaos. The difference in gear alone is pretty like sizable. My game settings are basically the same as when I first started playing. I haven't changed anything. It's just default stats, pretty much. Yeah, nothing too fancy here. But even like my auto set is still going. I just turned off frame generation and ray tracing. Yeah, I think if you're in full blue, you probably shouldn't be in normals anymore, because at that point you would make way more money in chaos, and if you are in blues, you'll have a decent chance of winning your fights, so. Solo meta. So we know Shadow Strix is really strong. Stardust Sorcerer is insane. Seer is really strong. Black Arrow is really strong. This is a few ideas. Kind of in the middle of 2 people. This is kind of a weird spot. I needed to get my energy back before I went invisible. That was a big misplay by me. I'm gonna have to reposition myself in this fight. You don't want to go invis if you're low on energy, so I have to fix that. We got like 30 seconds of waiting, basically. There's another player here. I was doing pretty well against him, though. I made him waste at least one horn. I think he's in purples, too. So, that went pretty well for me. Yeah, there's another person waiting to third party us. I hear him above us, so I can't really fight this. Yeah, we need a reposition. Yeah, there's the other rogue I was worried about. How to make so much money? Winning PvP is like 80% of it, probably. Hey, Stingray. Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely enjoying that so many people are enjoying the streams for sure. Yeah, no doubt. I might be dead. That's a full purple kit.
The barrier has been lifted. Your patient.
That dude wishes he had ethereal on. I was kind of slaying that hammer merc there. Man, let me tell you, this full blue kit, it is so much better than that green kit I was running. The difference in power level is really high. I mean, it's like playing a different game, man. Oh, I might be dead. Not dead, because I'm a rogue. Not dead, because I am a rogue. No problem. God, Rogue is so forgiving. It's so crazy. You get into like the worst possible spot, and then you can kind of just disappear off the face of the earth. It's so insane what you can do on this class. But anyway, on to what I was saying before. Yeah, blue gear feels way, way better than what I was doing in greens. Greens really feels like it's made for 100% new players that are in normals. It doesn't really does not feel like chaos ready. Not really. Maybe for ratting, but that's about it. I messed up. I didn't mean to hit R. I misclicked. I 100% misclicked there. I meant to hit my I meant to hit left click and then R, and I hit it too fast. I goofed up. That was 100% on me. Yeah, that's 100% my own fault. Yeah, I would never want to heal in the open like that. Completely goofed it. GG. Yeah, that misclick really it was really bad. I had 3 horns. I easily could have killed there. I needed to run off first. I need to get some space. Yeah, I really goofed it up. Yeah, big oops indeed. What are you gonna do? At least it wasn't a mistake in a purple kit, I guess. There's a silver lining. Because I think with that mistake, I would have died in a purple kit too, so. Yeah, no, 100%. It was just a misplay on my part. I was in a spot. I was close enough to the door. If I just dashed away and then healed around the corner, it would have been a pretty easy. It would have been a pretty easy heal. Yeah, you never want to heal in the open like that. You know, yeah, just that's never like where you want to heal as a rogue. Yeah, I just made a mistake. Yep. Oops. Mistakes are gonna happen. No big deal. funny enough, I think I played at the start pretty well too. I played around his parry extremely well. Like I baited out his both of his parries, I'm pretty sure. If it wasn't for that final play, that would have been. I tried to dodge out of that too. Thank you, mob, for wasting my heals and my dodges. Appreciate it. GG. That was a pretty sweaty fight. Yeah, that mob hit me and hit maybe use a dodge that I didn't want to use. That was really annoying. Had to use 2 horns there, which isn't ideal, but little get a gear diff on me too with the purple weapon. Yeah, he definitely played that well, for sure. Yeah, he's running the stun tech instead of the poison crow. Dodge attack from controller. I don't play on controller. Couldn't tell you. I would assume so. Yeah, I'd be kind of surprised if it didn't work on controller. Fighting every class? That sounds more of something that I would have to main a class for a while to make something like that, I think. Because there's too many variables. There's too many talents, skills, builds. They would be very hard to make a video like that. Because every person can have different skills or talents or whatever. And there's a balance patch coming in 2 days that might make the guide completely irrelevant. So it's not really possible at the moment to make something like that. At least for now. By the way, one of the tech things that you can do, you can use your phantom shifts and then horn during the super armor, and it's a completely safe heal. I used it yesterday in one of my fights against a rogue where I couldn't get away, and he pushed me, hit me once, so I got a heal, and then I got to re-hit him as well afterwards. You'll take a little bit of damage, but you can use it for basically a trick heal. It's kind of nice. It's a little bit niche, but
The Mistlord rarely shows itself. Miss this chance.
If I go
and
to
you'll
after
regret
Cromark,
it.
I swap the dual blade and then basically just run in and try to kill him. Drop awards can be claimed on their drop website if you use the drop command that'll link you to it. Dash, just right click, and then dash and jump. It's really easy. Probably is gonna end up getting removed, I assume. It's a lot of mobility that I probably shouldn't have access to, in my opinion. But I've been fighting rogues non-stop using it against me, so I'm just kind of succumbed to just using it at this point. At this point, I'm just gonna use it until it gets nerfed or changed. I don't even know. I haven't seen any confirmation from devs that it's a bug, so I'm just doing whatever. Maybe it's a bug, maybe it's unintended, I don't really know, but when they nerf it, then, you know, it'll be what it is.
Hurry up and bring it. Ignore the shot.
I think it's like BA not intended. That's definitely possible, yeah. It definitely might not be. I mean, I will say that I think the game will just be better when they remove it, so, you know.
Follow the butterflies all the way.
Yeah, you'll hear no complaints from me when it's gone. No, I haven't played Vanguard Solos because it doesn't exist yet. We're still waiting for that. It'll be about a month, so. Disabling team fill doesn't make it solo. You still have to fight other teams. So until that happens, I'm not really worried about it. This is a fantasy extraction game. So kind of like Arc Raiders or Dark and Darker or Marathon or Escape from Tarkov. It's the same general idea as those games. Basically go in, try not to die, extract with gear, put it in your stash, and, you know, kind of just do that loop over again. Yeah, I'm not playing Merc again until the balance patch comes through. There's no point. The balance patch is going to completely change the game. There's really no reason to even bother until that comes through. So. Merc is fun, but not in this meta, it's not. Unless you play Parry Merc. You basically have to play Parry Merc to make it work. But yeah, I'm not interested in fighting Black Arrows and Sorcerers as Merc. It's really not fun, so... Too much work. Talent choices. My most recent video, if you use the guide command, has my full build that I'm running. Well, Parry Merc is getting nerfed in 2 days as well, from my understanding. They're gonna nerf the parry window, or the amount they can parry. Apparently that build is super played in China, so it's getting toned down. All we know is that the balance patch is going to change a lot of classes, but we don't really know. We don't know the specifics yet. We're kind of waiting for that info. Yeah, I'll be right back. Your buddy loses the WK as Shadow Strix? I mean, not to be rude, but that's just a skill thing. Shadow Strix, if you die to Wither Knight as Shadow Strix, it's because you played bad or played wrong. Like when I died to that Wither Knight like 20 minutes ago, I died because I misclicked and I used my horn in the open and I didn't run away properly to heal. It's literally just, I mean, that's all it is. So yeah, I mean, of course he's going to be affected. Shadow Strix is extremely strong and is probably going to get nerfed, so. It's not balanced. It's not balanced at all. Shadow Strix is just a better class than Wither Knight. It's just strictly better. There's nothing that Wither Knight has that would make me want to play the class over playing Rogue. That's just the truth of it. Got 2 Celestia Golds in 1 run. Oh, that's insanely lucky. That's nice. I played WK. I played every class in the game. Yeah, if you go to my channel, you'll see a build guide for every class. Yeah, I've played everything at this point. Yeah, I am extremely versatile. I don't only play Shadow Strix. I play every single class. I think Shadow Strix is more broken than Black Arrow is, but they're both super strong. Hey, thank you, Riot. Fix Your Game for the Prime sub. I appreciate it, man. Thank you, thank you. If we can get on top of him and stick him, we should be able to beat him. Oh, he's running to the ladder though, so that won't happen. Oh my god. Oh my god, the berserker coming in to screw me already. Alright, we're just gonna leave the area. Not dealing with that berserker. That's the Wither Knight that just camps on the elevator all game, by the way. That's the same Wither Knight who sat up there for 20 minutes and died to Storm because he wouldn't fight me. Yeah, I'll never forget that name. I'm gonna wait for my cooldowns to come back. I'm gonna try to kill this ranger. Alright, got the ranger. Didn't have our full combo ready, but it worked out anyway. I don't know if I've ever finished someone off with the Poison Crow, but it works. Yeah, that Wither Knight sits there and knocks people off of that elevator. He does that every single game, and he never does anything else. Hey, thank you, Achilles, for the Prime, or for the sub. I appreciate it, man. Thank you, thank you. Hey, McDowell, thank you for the dono. May I ask, is there a general thing you should look for when forging legendaries? Honestly, I'm not sure if forging legendaries is still worth it or not. The horn might have to. I don't think I have the horn. I think I'm okay. Yeah, I thought I was gonna have to, but we're okay. Yeah, I think I need to bait out his super armor first before the fight starts, so that doesn't happen again. Yeah, I was about the horn, but I didn't think I thought it was a waste. Video of a guy doing WKs. I don't have time to watch Mistfall content. I haven't seen any videos. The answer to every video is no. Yeah, I've seen none of them.
The Mistfall rarely shows itself. Miss this chance and you'll regret it.
Alright, that's a purple kit. Alright, well we got the gear. Yeah, remember, yeah, this guy's never, I'm never fighting this guy. Especially after that one game where he sat there and let us both die to storm instead of fight me. Yeah, we're never fighting. He can chase me for 20 minutes if he wants. This chase is never happening.
Ring the chime. Don't keep our woodling friend waiting.
Yeah, I got pretty much everything there too. I have 2 threads as well, so I can actually leave out of the boat. Yeah, the scavenger squad's the biggest scam in the world. It's pretty bad. I love when people comment and say that I am ignoring chat. Meanwhile, I'm sitting there having the fight for my life against, you know, trying to, like, not die actively. I always find that so funny. People think I have, like, 2 sets of eyes that I can watch both at the same exact time, even while I'm actively fighting. It's insane.
The tide is coming. It's time to go. Give me the proof of your deeds as a hero. I'll take you home.
I know. There is a lot of toxic people today, for sure. I actually consider myself one of the more, or at least somewhat interactive, so I'm surprised. People just complain to complain. I know. Excuse me, you didn't answer my one comment I made in the middle of your fight, and now I'm gonna complain about it and be upset. Like, come on, man. Give me a break. I'm honestly shocked I managed to get that purple kit out of there without dying to that Wither Knight. And with the Berserker on me too. If that Wither Knight didn't play so passively, I would have never gotten that gear. But I know that Wither Knight is like super scared, so I knew he probably wouldn't push. I mean, you saw he didn't push until I was basically like a quarter HP. He just kind of sat up top and watched. Like, I know how he plays. He doesn't play aggressively, so I knew I could get away with it. As funny as that is. Sometimes recognizing people's names is actually kind of helpful. At least if they play a specific way, that is. Yeah, if you ever see a Wither Knight camping the elevator named Strongest Class 2, he will basically never push you, and if you start winning, he'll run to the elevator and try to push you off and kill you for free. And that's all he does every game. So, pro tip, how to play against Strongest Class 2 Wither Knight player. You weren't aware. Sounds fun. you mean the Wither Knight? I mean, I'm sure. I mean, I hope it's fun. I was a weird like. I hope it's fun for him because that's all he does. I hope so. I'm not here to shit on his fun, but yeah, I hope he's having at least some enjoyment there. Hey, Midi Poker, thank you for the sub. I appreciate it. Nah, you're all good, man. I appreciate it a lot. Thank you, man. I also find it so funny whenever haters come in stream and say that all I do is brag on stream. Whenever I fight, like, anyone that's good, I never shit talk. I always say GG and say that was a good fight, or I say they're good players. I say that stuff all the time. Yet people just make stupid comments like that. I mean, how many times have I fought, like, any of the, like, good players, and never once have I gloated and said, oh, I'm clearly so much better than that player is. Never once have I said that. I don't even brag about my leaderboard placement. And I think people just like to hate for fun, I think. Something like that. Some kind of weird enjoyment or something. Well, of course I'm gonna celebrate my wins. I mean, what else would you expect me to do? Of course. I'm not gonna just sit there and be motionless when I get crazy wins or something. That would be crazy if I did that. That'd be super crazy. Well, I've learned that the more trolls or haters I have in chat, it usually is an indicator of how successful my streams are doing. So today must be an exceptionally good stream for how many weirdos I've had today. Today must just be really good for some reason, I guess. Because if I didn't have any haters or trolls, it means my chat's probably pretty small and it's just like the normal people that are here. See? That's a brag. That's what a real brag sounds like. Not this weird pseudo brag people act like I do. Thank you, Million Nerd B2 for the Prime sub. I appreciate it, man. Thank you. Have any tips? You're honestly bad at the game and you're having issues with your characters. Go into normals and just keep practicing PvP as much as you can. Don't worry about chaos mode, at least at the start. Play at least one character to level 12, and then at that point start trying out different classes until one of the classes clicks for you. That's probably the best advice I could give you. Hey, Vlad, it's going good. Yeah, we started out in Grays, Then we went to green gear, and now we're doing blues. And we're basically just seeing how well we can do with each different gear set, and kind of giving you like a general power level difference. Oh god. Oh, let's see. Oh, it's a timeout removal. Okay, I thought someone just got banned. Solos is locked out of the other map because it's not ready. It won't be ready until next month. I trust me, I want to play that map too. Believe me. I mean, I think the game is really fun, man. This is my favorite game to play right now by far, so I think so at least. Oh shit. I was looking at chat. I thought this was the gate. I was a little off. Anyway. Hey Zakon, I'm glad you like the content, man. I appreciate you. I think the video I made today turned out pretty well. The road video. I don't know why. For some reason, it just feels like it clicked together well. You like Hunger? Hunger's fun. It's a pretty different game. I mean, you have to like shooters, but yeah, I mean, it's fun for what it's worth. Yeah, you right-click, dodge, and then jump for the mobility tech, but you have to have the lightweight talent or it doesn't work. So just keep that in mind. Found me just last night in bed. Hey, you know, better late than never. Always happy to greet new people to the channel, so I'm happy here. Thank you, Samurai Jack, for the sub. Also, I do appreciate that. By the way, I have a thing set up so alerts will show up on screen when you sub, but I can't figure out how to separate it from my game recordings. So what I'm worried about is like having fights for my videos and then having like follower or like just having alerts like popping up on screen, which I think might be a little bit annoying. I don't know, just for like YouTube videos. So I need to figure out how the hell to separate it so the stream recording is different. But I don't know why. I tried to Google it and I just couldn't figure it out. Like I gotta try looking into it again. I do use OBS and not Streamer which might make it easier. I gotta look into that. Yeah, like I have the sound alert, so I know when someone subs that I can look over. I just don't, I just like the follower alert that shows up on the screen. Or not follower, but the alert that shows up is, just can't figure out how the hell to separate it. You'll try posting step by step on Discord. I mean, yeah, if you have a general idea of how to do it, I'll try to follow it for sure. I actually don't remember who said what, to be honest with you, so. I don't think I ever called a single person out by name. Well, let me clarify. I know I didn't call anyone out by name. Eamon, I've moved on from Dark and Darker. Yo, I'm no longer a dad channel anymore. My old videos will stay up, but I don't plan to add any new dad content anymore. I mean, to be frank, I don't know what you said, Shadow. I didn't see any message from you. So I'm not exactly sure what was said or not. I couldn't tell you. I really have no idea. Well, I'd have to actually see what you said. I'm not entirely sure. not really sad. I think this game is better than Dad. I don't really feel any need to play it anymore. All right. Well, that played pretty well. GG. Is it beginner friendly? This game?
The Myth Lord rarely
It's up for
shows
debate.
himself.
I think it is more
Chances
beginner
you'll
friendly
regret
than
it.
other games are, but maybe not the most. It's somewhere in the middle. Oh shit. Oh, that's super annoying that hit the wall. That's a great hit. A lot of free damage. It's a good hit too. GG. He almost got away. That was really close. I thought he was gonna get away there. But that's how important throwing knives are, man. They're super underutilized. I think they might even be a little bit too strong. Because there's not really any throw cooldown on it. Oh shit, I was looking at
Hurry up and bring it. Take your jump.
Is that the strongest guy? I'm not fighting this guy. He's annoying. He can go back to camping his elevator. I'm not fighting him. He is not fun to fight. he is always in the same exact spot every game I play, I swear. He is always there. I know who it is. I don't even have to see his name. I know what Wither Knight it is. I already know. I don't need this in my life. The moment I start winning, he'll run to that elevator. I'll never kill him. It's not worth it. Like, I'm not doing it. I refuse. Like, it's fine. He can do what he wants. I'm just telling you, I'm not gonna fight him anymore. I'll just walk the other direction. I'll fight him if he comes all the way over here and he doesn't have an elevator. You know, one hand ready to go.
And I shall take you home.
I mean, I killed a few blue/purple gear players in greens. I mean, green. Don't get me wrong. Green gear is way worse than blue is, but you can make it work if you just try really hard. Takes a little bit of work, but what advantage does WK get on the elevator? So he uses ethereal, which negates fall damage, and then he uses his knockback skills to knock you off at the top and kill you. That's all he does every game. I've never seen him do anything different. And I've seen him in quite a few of my lobbies, so I just gave up on fighting him for the time being. At a certain point, you know, I gotta ask myself if it's, you know, if it's worth it or not. mean, it's not going to affect me. I'll just walk the other direction. It's fine. How viable is Blasphemer? I mean, Blasphemer Seer is pretty good, man. It's pretty damn strong. I think so, at least. Class I plan to play next? Probably just gonna wait until the balance patch on the 12th, and then I'll kind of look at what is changed, and then decide from there. I think I've kind of just settled into just accepting that Rogue is the class that I want to play right now, and when the balance patch comes on the 12th, then we will reevaluate and probably start playing some other classes again. You know, that's kind of where I'm at for now. We only have 2 days anyway. Not long, so I'll just be patient. Fine. That's kind of why I did this special stream today, because I was like, well, do I want to just do a stream where I'm just, you know, running around in purples all day? Like, not really. So I figured I would do a little bit of a build-up stream, you know? I feel like it's worked out pretty well. I'm kind of glad I did it. Got to experience what it feels like to be in greens, so. A little bit rough, for sure. Have I died on my blue kit yet? I don't think I died. I think I only died in... Wait, no, the Wither Knight, when he killed me, was I in blues or greens? I think maybe that was my blue kit. Yeah, I think I died once. I think to the Wither Knight. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I definitely took 1 death, but I think I didn't take 2. I don't remember if I, like, which class it was. Or which gear I was wearing. Either way, I know I'm, like, definitely pretty positive. I'm doing a lot better in blues, but that's no surprise. I mean, blues are a lot better than greens in this game.